everyone, my name is Lauren. Today I will guide you through an energizing flow that will put a spring in your step in order to take on the day ahead. This class is great to do in the morning as it stimulates your body and mind. We will start in a comfortable seat with the legs crossed or perhaps out long, maybe even in a chair, completely up to you. I invite you to join me in a few rounds of abdominal breathing. We'll start by bringing the hands onto the belly and closing down the eyes, encouraging the breath into the belly. So as you inhale, expand the tummy, feeling your hands rise. And as you exhale, allow the belly and the hands to fall. Take a deep breath, feeling the belly. And a slow exhale, feeling the hands fall. Doing one more round with the pace of your own breath. Then letting the practice fall away, coming back to your natural breath. Slowly blink the eyes open and come forward into tabletop, checking that the wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. Moving through a few rounds of cat-cow, starting the movement from the tailbone. So as you inhale, the tailbone points up to the sky, arching through the spine, chest reaching forward and the gaze up. And as you exhale, the tailbone tucks under to point to the floor, rounding through the back of the heart, reaching up to the sky, pressing into the hands, chin tucks into the chest. Inhale, tailbone pointing up into cow. And as you exhale, tailbone pointing down, coming into cat. Inhale, finding cow. And exhale, finding cat. Completing a few more rounds in the timing of your own breath. And after your next exhale, just finding a neutral spine. As you inhale, reaching the left arm forward, sending the right leg back. The hand and the foot pulling you in both directions. Then as you exhale, bending through the left elbow and the right knee, and they come to meet underneath your torso. Inhale, reaching the arm and leg back out. Exhale, hugging them into the midline. Inhale, sending the arm and the leg out long. Exhale, coming back to your tabletop. Moving on to the other side. This time the right arm reaches in front of you and the left leg reaches back. Exhale, hugging the elbow and the knee in to try and make them meet. Inhale, right arm and left leg reaching out long. Exhale, pulling them back in towards the chest. Inhale, reaching them out long. Exhale, coming back to tabletop. Thinking about downward facing dog, bring the hands out a little further in front of you. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, press the hands firmly into the mat, and then lift the hips up and back. Keeping the knees nice and bent here and making any movements that you need to, perhaps pedaling the feet out by bringing one heel to the floor, then the other. And then slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold, letting the head hang heavy here, releasing any tension in the neck. And then on your next inhale, ground into the feet and slowly rolling up to standing. The head is the last to arrive. The hands find prayer in front of the chest. So you inhale, reaching the arms up overhead to the sky. And as you exhale, bending forward from the hips into a standing forward fold. Inhale, send the left leg back, knee finds the floor, low lunge. Exhale, pressing into the hands, stepping the right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Then exhale, knees, chest and chin find the mat. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Keeping the legs nice and active here by pressing the tops of the feet and the pubic bone into the floor. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back through child's pose, and then up to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left leg forward, finding low lunge. The knee is on the floor and the chest is reaching forward. As you exhale, the right foot comes to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, pressing into the feet, reaching the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back in front of the heart. Inhale, arms reaching up above. Exhale, folding forward from the hips. Inhale, send the right foot back, low lunge, knee on the floor and chest reaching forward, gaze is slightly up. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale here. And then exhale, knees, chest and chin come onto the floor. Inhale into cobra, using your back muscles to hold your chest up here rather than your hands. Exhale, grounding into the hands, push back through child's pose, up to downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps between the hands, low lunge. Exhale, left foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, grounding into the feet, reaching the arms up above. Exhale, hands coming back to prayer. Inhale, arms reaching up above. Exhale, folding forward, hands finding the mat, and then stepping back to plank pose. Bringing your knees down onto the mat. Then thinking about side plank, bring the left hand closer to the center so that it's kind of underneath your face. Swivel on that left knee so that the foot comes out behind you. The right leg comes out long, and the right hip is now on top of the left hip, and your torso is facing to the side. Reach the right arm straight up to the sky, finding some extra stability here by really pressing into the outside edge of that right foot. You may like to stay here, or perhaps reach the right arm towards the front of the room and open the chest up slightly towards the sky, coming into a variation of Wild Thing. As you inhale, finding length through the spine, and as you exhale, allowing your upper body to rotate just a little bit more. Inhale here, then exhale, right hand comes onto the floor and swivel over to the other side. This time the right hand is underneath the face, left arm is reaching up to the sky. The right knee is on the floor, and the left leg this time is out long with the left hip stacked on top of the right. Again, pressing into the outer edge of that left foot to find some more stability here. If it felt good on the other side, I invite you to reach that left arm forward towards the front of the room and opening the chest up to the sky. As you inhale, creating some more space, and as you exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, the left hand comes back to the mat, finding tabletop. Then rising up so that you are just balancing on your knees. We'll move through a dynamic half camel movement. You have two options during the movement, so see which feels best for you. You may like to bring your hands to the lower back or down onto the heels. As you inhale, reaching both arms up to the sky, and your hips are pressing forward. And as you exhale, drop the left arm, and the hand either comes onto the lower back or onto the left heel, finding your half camel. Inhale, rising up, both arms reaching to the sky, and maintaining those hips pushing forward. Bring the right arm either onto the lower back or onto the right heel, finding camel once more. Inhale, rising both arms up to the sky. Exhale, moving over to the left side. Inhale, both arms rising up, hips come up. Exhale, coming into half camel on the right side. Inhaling, coming back up into center. Completing one more round to each side, using the timing of your own breath. And then after you've moved to both sides, reaching the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hips moving down towards the heels, hands coming onto the floor in front of you, rolling onto one side, and find your way down to the mat so that you're resting on your back, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And on your next exhale, the knees fall over to the left. Arms are out wide. You might like to look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the knees back through center. And as you exhale, allow them to fall over to the right. This time, you might like to look over the left shoulder. Inhale, knees come back into center. And exhale, releasing the legs out long, hands coming by your side into Savasana. I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. If you are short on time, just staying for 10 deep breaths. As you come out of this practice, I hope you feel really energized and ready to take on your day. If you enjoy this class, I invite you to take the joyful joints and the blissful back sequences as they're a really wonderful way to warm up your body, ready for a new day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.